As I amble down the village street, fading walls of houses is all I see. Oh, my friend, I felt my heart stop to beat when I see thy trees becomes obsolete. Floods, fires, and earthquakes have surpassed. Oh dear, not to worry, the village grew. Houses evolving as the days have passed, everything becomes as good as new. When the morning comes, I hear birds chirping. So many people walk to the bay. Children's laughter is all I'm hearing. There's no stopping them from night and day. Give the Lord all you have, all of your heart. He will keep us safe and He will never part.
Barangay San Valley was created under Presidential Decree No. 1326 dated April 3, 1978. It is situated in District 2 of Paranaque City with the total land area of the barangay is 177.75 hectares, ranking it as one of the smallest barangays in Paranaque. Despite its size, Barangay San Valley stood as the third densest barangay with a projected density of 217.54 population per hectare back in 2010. There are 16 subdivisions and 17 neighborhoods in Barangay San Valley. The number of households within the subdivision and neighborhoods are not evenly distributed. Some have quite a handful and some have only a few. But since the population continues to increase, there will most likely be an increase in the number of households as well. Historical population. The population of San Valley grew from 14,203 in 1990 to 48,913 in 2015, an increase of 34,710 people. The latest census figures in 2015 denote a growth rate of 5.14% or an increase of 11,327 people from the previous population of 37,586 in 2010. According to the 2015 census, the age group with the highest population in San Valley is 20 to 24 with 5,233 individuals. Conversely, the age group with the lowest population is 80 and over with 280 individuals. Combining age groups together, those aged below 14 consisting of the young dependent population, which include infants or babies, children and young adolescents or teenagers, make up an aggregate of 25.03% or 12,245. Those aged 15 up to 64, roughly, the economically active population and actual or potential members of the workforce constitute a total of 71.49%. Or 34,970. Finally, old dependent population consisting of the senior citizens, those aged 65 and over, total of 3.47% or 1,698 in all. The computed age dependency ratios mean that among the population of San Valley, there are 35 youth dependents to every 100 of the working age population. There are 5 age or senior citizens to every 100 of the working population. And overall, there are 40 dependents, young and old age, to every 100 of the working population. So the median age of 27 indicates that half of the entire population of San Valley are aged less than 27 and the other half are over the age of 27. Education is important in one society. The availability of education and its access for everyone improves our standards of our human resources. There are 8 preparatory, 6 elementary, and 5 high schools, all private schools. With proper education, the child develops and learns the important values and knowledge for their life and for the society. Education is present at all forms: preparatory for toddlers, elementary for children, and high school for teenagers, allowing a holistic formation of the students in the village. A census of the highest educational attainment within the population of Paranaque was conducted and has produced the results as you can see in the screen. The data reveals the following trends. There are approximately 400 more males to not have completed any schooling than women, which may prove the social injustice that is men being put to work at a much younger age. During elementary to high school, to undergrad and graduate school, the female population seems to hold a clear advantage in numbers over men. With the total population of the entire Paranaque City as of 2010, it can be observed that 81.96% of the population have attained some form of education, exclusive of those who have no grade completed, did not state any educational attainment, and preschool, which brings the amount to a total of 482,053. Organizations contain bodies of people gathered with a purpose, a society, or an association of people. Many social, religious, civic, and youth organizations are found in our barangays and valley. The presence of these different organizations tell that the population is very social and there is interaction and unity among the residents. Variety of organizations with their own respective purpose also provides many activities the barangay holds and productivity with the people. Without organizations, the goals and progress of our human services cannot be accomplished. With 15 religious organizations, 7 parish youth organizations, and 4 religious congregations, faith, worship, and religion are very evident within the community. The country is very Catholic and this applies to the barangay as well. Majority of the state of religion of the people present are Catholics. There are no present religious organizations that are non-Catholic or Christian, such as of Islam or Buddhism. The youth is very much exposed to society with the presence of many youth organizations. Youth organizations are effective ways of raising children and maintaining their discipline, teaching them also the many values that they will need to grow. Moving on to the physical parameters, starting with the climate. For the wind direction of the site, it is 59 degrees E&E with an average temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Celsius with average yearly temperature of 26.6 degrees Celsius, while the sun direction of the site is that the sun rises at the east and the sun sets at west. The site is located on Woodpecker Corner, Peacock Drive, Phase 1, Countryside Village, Barangay San Valley, Paranaque City, Metro Manila. The current land use of the lot is a tennis court and the Sacred Heart of Jesus Chapel. Moving on to the neighborhood, the site is surrounded by residential homes that are mostly made from a concrete or brick houses. It is in a well-gated and a secure community. For the infrastructures, Paranaque City's water comes from Manila Waterworks. Because of this, water is no longer a major problem in the city. While Manila waters provide the drainage system of the city, they use pumps and artesian wells, especially in the areas that are depressed. Depressed areas, meaning areas where unemployment and a low standard of living prevail. Sun Valley contains 6 multi-purpose halls, 3 public libraries, 3 barangay outposts, 3 waiting sheds, 1 health center, 5 drugstores, 11 health clinics, 9 daycare centers, 20 schools, 2 training centers, 2 markets, 2 gas stations, 6 commercial places, 1 police station. They also contain 3 public telephones sponsored by 3 PLDT booths and 1 smart booth. There are also several roads in Sun Valley ranging from various minor and major roads. The private modes of transportation in Sun Valley are cars, motorcycles, and bicycles, while the public modes of transportation are taxis, buses, jeepneys, and tricycles. There is a taxi terminal along Sun Valley Drive, although tricycles are the most common vehicles in Sun Valley. Also, there are several tricycle terminals in the area. Sun Valley Tricycle Operators and Drivers Associations are located along Sun Valley. Natural features. As you can see, the green color represents the existing trees present at the site. Man-made features. The yellow arrows represents the existing sidewalk on the northern part of the site, while the blue arrow represents an additional sidewalk, and then the gray arrows represent the path going to the site. Sensorial experiences. The main source for the accumulation of dust, noise, and smell comes from the vehicles that passes by the main road. For the visual views, positive and negative views are identified. Positive views are present on the north and west side of the site, while the negative views are on the east and south side. For the current chapel, as you can see, its design is leaning more into the traditional chapel or church's design that we typically see. Each church seat, or what they call it, a pew, can accommodate 4 people, so the chapel has 32 pews inside, making the current number of people that the chapel can accommodate inside is 128 people. So, this is the draft of the current floor plan of the chapel. It consists of an office on the left side and a sacristy room or stock room on the right side of the plan. Usually, the choir group takes up 3 to 4 church pews, and while the servers usually takes up 4 church pews, which leaves us with 24 church pews for the regular church goers. Goals and objectives. My goals and objectives for this project is to redesign the chapel that could accommodate more people than the usual number. To redesign the chapel that adapts into the new normal. To redesign the chapel into a modern, minimal, simplistic, and bright look. To create a space where everyone will unite as one. To create a space that would benefit everyone in the community. To create a space where everyone will feel at ease. Program diagrams. The brown block represents where the people sit. The light green block represents the storage room. The pink block represents the choir and server area, although there are church pews present here for the regular church goers. The orange block represents the altar. This is where the priest conducts his sermon or masses. The green blocks represents the plants and trees that would be put outside the chapel. Evolution of forms. Starting with the given area of 500 square meters, placing the structure on the middle of the lot to give emphasis on the structure itself. Addition of sidewalk on the west side of the structure for the safety of the people that passes by this area. Extruding down to allow the structure to have a space for trees, plants, etc. Placement of entry or exit point on the positive views of the structure. Retention and addition of trees around the site to contribute to the aesthetics and better air circulation of the site. Identifying the traffic flow inside the chapel and placing aisles to lessen traffic flow inside the chapel. Addition of tall windows around the structure for natural sunlight and better airflow. Adding roof for possible rainfall and harmful UV sunlight. Addition of barriers such as fence and walls to lessen dust and noise accumulation.